reacting to Jaiden Animations. I attempted my first Pokemon Nuzlocke, which has 85 million views, so it better be freaking amazing. Let's do this.
Within the Pokemon community, there's a set of self-imposed rules you can add to the games to make them more challenging, called a Pokemon Nuzlocke. You can only catch the first Pokemon you run into per route. If a Pokemon faints, it dies, and you can't use it anymore. And you have to nickname your Pokemon to get more attached to them.
So that is the biggest challenge. If your Pokemon ever faints in a battle, it is gone forever. You have to delete it, and you can only catch one Pokemon per route. This challenge is incredibly hard.
That means if you aren't careful, you can technically lose a Pokemon game under those conditions. I've wanted to do a Nuzlocke for the longest time. I've started a couple in the past, but never actually got to finish any because busy. But today's the day that all changes.
I've never done one.
I decided to make a video on my first full attempt at a Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke. Let's see how it went. After breaking free from the back of the moving truck, my
These
mom
animations
stuffed
are
me in
amazing.
and introducing myself to the neighbor Brendan. The kid that I always thought was a monkey said that he heard screaming up ahead. Professor Birch is getting mauled by a level 2 Poochyena, so I let his Torchic out and she scratches the crap out of it. He gifts me Torchic for rescuing him, and I name her Teriyaki.
That is a beautiful nickname, and I'm also really excited and happy that this Nuzlocke is done in Generation 3 Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, because that is my favorite generation. Now, I've never done a Nuzlocke, so if you guys want to see me do a Nuzlocke, let me know, and maybe I'll try to replicate something as amazing as this. I'm also going to be rating her nicknames on a scale from 1 to 10. She named Torchic Teriyaki. I love it. I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10.
My first Pokemon. Walking up the route more, I run into Brendan, who challenges me to a battle, where Teriyaki proceeds to also scratch the crap out of his Mudkip.
Let's go,
Good
Teriyaki!
job, Teriyaki. You're 2 for 2.
Atta
Doing
boy.
great. Professor Birch gives me 5 Pokeballs, and the Nuzlocke has officially started. I walked back up to catch my first Pokemon and ran into a Zigzagoon. Alright, not the best,
Zigzagoons
but
are
I loved
amazing.
This. You know, I think we're gonna have a really awesome adventure. Dude, so Teriyaki one-shotted Zigzagoon with a critical hit scratch, but whatever. Contain your murder a little bit, alright, guy? Route 102 is right around the corner, and that's where I was able to catch Corn the Seedot. Look at us,
Corn!
couple of friends ready to take on the Hoenn region together. After watching the weird kid Wally struggle to—
The nickname Corn for Seedot, I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10. That's pretty solid. Also, Zigzagoons are very underrated in Pokemon Ruby because if you didn't know, they have an ability or something that makes them pick up random items as you play the game. So I used to get a full team of Zigzagoons and just run around. They would find a bunch of items and it was amazing. So I hope that you can find some more in the future.
catch his first Pokemon. I continued on to Route 104 and found a little Talo in the grass.
There we go. Oh, she's gonna get a
Screams, I'm
Swellow.
hungry. Oh yeah, I know your name. In Petalburg Forest, a
Ari?
Team Magma grunt
I don't get
jumps
it.
some random professor, so Ari and Teriyaki peck his eyes out. Oh, hello, Shroomish.
Jeez. Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo. Rewind the ting, rewind the ting, rewind the ting. What on earth is Talo doing? And how do I
Peck his
sign
eyes out.
myself up for some of that?
Oh, hello, Shroomish.
Jeez.
I'm gonna name you Onion. I make it to
Talo is
Rustboro,
moving
and while
mad.
getting
Onion nickname on Shroomish. I'll give that a 5. It's all right.
ready to take on Roxanne's gym, Teriyaki kills another Zigzagoon I was about to catch.
Come
What's
on.
the problem with
Terry-
Zigzagoons, dude?
Teriyaki's
But it
got a
turned out
problem.
alright because she also ended up evolving. Onion was able to destroy Roxanne with ease, and we got our first
go,
gym
Onion.
badge. Exiting the gym, we catch a glance that Team Magma is up to no good again. Something about the scorching earth or something. And this old man exclaims that they stole his Pico.
The animations of this are amazing.
Here's your dog. Also, you're coming with me. The mayor thanks me by turning me into his errand boy, and I arrive in Dewford to give a letter to Stephen. Alright, what do we got?
Oh, here we go. You need Flash GM for this one.
Ugh. Okay.
Wait,
Chomps.
Mawile was
After
the
finding
first?
Stephen, it was time
Chomps,
to
I
take
like
on
that.
Brawley, the next gym.
I feel like Mawile is not the first Pokemon that you see in that cave. It's typically like a Zubat, maybe an Aron. A Makuhita is also very common. Mawile, though? I don't know. That seems a little bit sus to me, Mrs. Jaiden Animation.
Gym leader. Ari's a stone cold killer and easily
Let's
earned
go, Ari.
MVP in that fight. Things were going well. 2 badges in and the team is looking good. On my way to the
No
next
deaths
city, I
yet.
caught a tentacle on the beach. Squidward. And after
Why
beating
does she
Team Magma
sniff
and
it?
Brendan again in Slateport, it was time again to get ready for the gym battle with
Wait.
Watson.
Rewind the thing again. What is up with teriyaki and just going after the booty. I mean, I respect it. Don't get me wrong. I do respect it. And I can't say I wouldn't do the same. But sheesh Louise, thought this was supposed to be made for children. Oh, I didn't even see Onion. Look at Onion. I mean, that thing is really going for the booty. God dang.
Brendan again in Slateport.
Oh my
gosh. Time again to
gosh.
get ready for the gym battle with Watson. But as I was fighting some trainers, Chomps the Mawile got electrocuted a bit too hard and was killed.
That thing got one shot by level 15 Magnemite? Okay, honestly, Chomps deserves to die. I'm sorry. So that's the first
Jaiden,
death.
Let's battle. I want to show you how strong I am.
Yeah.
Okay. Ari, this is an electric gym.
I think he has level like 15 routes or something.
So you can just wait outside. While battling the gym trainers, Onion evolved into Breloom, and together with Teriyaki, they were able to get another victory.
Yeah.
Now we were riding high. 3 gym badges in and no main casualties. With our massive confidence, we decided to take on the Win Straight family's challenge of beating all their family members. I had Squidward out front to get him some experience.
Someone's
but we
dying
ran
here.
Into some troubles with
there we
Grandma.
go. I knew it.
Oh god, it's gonna do a high jump kick. We can take him out, but I need a clean switch first.
Come on, Squidward. Oh no! Who is that? When did she catch that?
I had to sacrifice Hush Child the Whismer, but
when did she catch
that
Whismer?
was the safest move to ensure no one else died. Goodbye,
well,
Hush
that's
Child.
2 deaths.
You might
I'm counting it. 2.
While we were heading to Fall Arbor, fighting some trainers, Ari evolved. Oh, look at my
There's
big
the swallow.
bird. Oh, look at you.
Now he's going to be really good at eating butt.
But we had to get through the sooty grass on 113.
The heck?
Oh, jeez. Alright, Barf, get in there with the rest of them. I walked into Meteor Falls to see Team Aqua and Team Magma arguing about water and rocks. Can I go? So get over here, Zubat. They kept complaining and I had to go up the volcano they were blocking to fight Maxie, the Team Magma
Ooh, this is a tough battle.
That was a hard fight.
Yep.
Onion and Teriyaki were able to take out his Mightyena and Camerupt, but his Golbat hit hard. I ended up having to switch in Ari and double team up to win the battle. Not the most honorable of strategies.
That's kind of lame, honestly.
But
I was going to say.
And we're moving on. On the way down the volcano, I ran into a match shop.
Using those cheesy strategies is, well, cheesy, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do in a Nuzlocke. You can't always play by the rules.
Oh, hello there, Chad. What? You're a female? Did I stutter? We arrived in Lava Ridge Town and started getting through Flannery's gym. During that time, Squidward was almost killed by a Fury swiping Kecleon.
What?
Fury swipes.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, that does a lot of damage. Stop!
Wow, she is so lucky. Fury swipes could hit 3 to 5 times, or maybe 2 to 5 times, and it only hit 3. If it hit one more time, Squidward was dead.
Time to battle, he pulled his weight and more. Honestly, with the team, there wasn't much I could have done to Flannery's fire
What a ragtag
Pokemon,
squad.
but Squidward came in clutch by learning Bubble Beam, and it was all over for her. Badge 4, under our belt. Brendan met up with us outside the gym to give us goggles so we could walk in the sandstorms. I found a claw fossil, and Anorith was born. I didn't know what to name it, so my friend named him Gary. Now it was time for the 5th gym. After some training, Chad evolved into Machoke.
Gary name? I'm sorry, I have to rate all the names. Gary, 3 out of 10.
And the team was leveled up. I started the battle with Ari, and after realizing I was in trouble...
Oh, boy. Yeah, this is one of the toughest gyms in the entire game. It's only the 5th gym, but slacking, I think there's 2 slackings, and it has the stats of a legendary Pokemon. This Pokemon is not one to mess with, so it's certainly a tough one to get through. Watch how little damage it's gonna do. Yep, that's nothing. And that's gonna do a lot. Yep.
I managed to squeak by with more double teams. Ari was barely able to take out the first slacking, so when the second stronger one...
Yo! Violation! Did anyone else see that? Or was that just me? This is an AO violation, like, to the extreme.
Was barely able to
Hang
take
on
out
a
the first
minute.
slacking, so when the second...
What is going on here? I'm just gonna move on. I can't make any more comments. I plead the 5th Amendment on that one.
I brought out Onion to leech seed
Holy
and try and get more
guacamole.
chip damage in, which worked.
I don't know if I'm...
But he was also killed
sure
by
I can watch this
Slacking's
video.
Facade, which I thought he could take. Chad was able to finish off the rest of the
No,
fight,
Onion
but
died?
that was the first death that actually hurt.
No!
I'm not crying. Someone's just chopping onions in here.
Oh!
But with every down, there's
I get
an
it,
up.
'cause onions.
And Corn stepped up and was ready to fill Onion's spot. While passing through Mauville again, Watson asked us to help him turn off the city's generator, and while down there I found a magnemite. And while fighting some
Hey, my boy's got a booty! Holy guacamole! This video's crazy! Oh my gosh! That thing is moving! I don't know if I want to play the video. I'm totally okay with just pausing it. Okay, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going or I'm gonna act up. I can't be acting up in a Pokemon video.
Dance boosted Fury Cutter by Ninjask, and a misclick from me, which resulted in him tanking a wing attack from a Talo. No.
Corn almost goes down.
I'm so sorry. You're such a trooper. Good news is Squidward evolved while training, so that's neat. We arrived in Fort Tree City, and this was a gym I was really nervous about. Not only did we not have a good team to take on a flying type gym, but Winona's Altaria is notorious for sweeping teams if she sets up too many dragon dances. I went to the grass to train up the team, and the worst happened. Corn was killed by—
Corn died to a Zigzagoon when he was still in the green? What did Zigzagoon use?
a pin missile from a Zigzagoon.
Pin missile kills?
Wait, no. Stop, Corn.
Oh, it's super effective. Oh, it's bug. That's why.
Corn.
Dang.
You monster, how could you do this?
Even when Corn's dead, man, I mean, that boy is still caking, golly.
Is this why you kept trying to kill all the Zigzagoons? I want to think that Corn sacrificed himself because he knew we were at too much of a disadvantage going into Winona's gym.
Yes,
and by
you need a
opening
rock
up
type.
a space, we could get the type advantage we needed to stand a chance. With a heavy heart, I brought Zip Zap Zop the Magnemite to the team, and realized how much more grinding I was gonna have to do. I had to fight so many Merrills to get Zip Zap Zop on
Gotta get
par
level
with the rest
32
of
at
the
least.
team. You want to know how many? The move Thunderbolt can be used 15 times before it runs out, and I had to go back to the Pokemon Center almost 6 separate times to refill it, meaning Zip Zap Zop killed more than 80 Marill that were living in that lake. Winona led with Swellow,
that is a
which
lot,
Zip
to be
Zap Zop
fair.
was able to take out, but she immediately brought out Altaria, which
When
made
does
me
he evolve?
very
Okay, he did
scared
evolve, okay.
because I know she's got Earthquake on that thing. I didn't have a clean switch, and I knew no—
I feel like Magneton should have Levitate on it because, well, it is floating, but it doesn't. And that might make it OP. Anyway, let's
one on
continue.
the team could take 2 hits from this cloud bird. So I ultimately decided that I'd have to have Zip Zap Zop paralyze it in exchange for his death.
Ooh.
Goodbye, Zip Zap Zop. You weren't here for long, but your
Hey,
efforts
they were about to
will
go in
not
for a
be
smooch.
in
He
Oh
survived!
my God! Somehow Zip Zap Zop lived the earthquake on 2 HP like a mad lad.
Attaboy, Zip Zap Zop.
Corn must have
I'm gonna
been
give that
looking
4.
down on us for that one because there was definitely a 90% chance Zip Zap Zop was supposed to die there. With that string of luck, I was able to switch Ari in for Zip Zap Zop to predict another earthquake
Nice.
and started chipping away at the Altaria,
Smart.
which was not gonna be easy. She was already starting to stack up those dragon dances, which make her moves even more powerful, and I was legitimately sweating. But with what little luck we had left, Winona got greedy and tried to get in that last dragon dance, and that's when Ari was able to swoop in and snipe that kill.
Nice!
If Altaria would have decided to attack at any point, she would have one-shotted anyone and everyone on my team.
That Pokemon is so
Corn.
scary.
You shined your photosynthesis onto us. From there, I was able to heal up Zip Zap Zop and sweep the rest of her team. The 6th gym badge was ours. Outside the safari.
So Nuzlocke are really tough, but you can still use items in battles like hyper potions and all that stuff. So she was able to heal up her Magneton and finish the gym, but I think that there are like extreme Nuzlocke where you're not allowed to use any healing items. I think that would be crazy to try to do that in Pokemon Ruby. If you guys want to see me try it, I'll do it. Just let me know and I'll try.
Ari Zone, I found a Duskull I was able to catch. I tried to have Gary on the team since resurrecting him from the dirt, but he honestly has like no moves that do damage, so I decided to replace him with Sin. We arrived in Lily Cove and I tried fishing on the beach for a Pokemon, but Chad punched the Whalmer I reeled up too hard and killed it. We stormed Team Magma's base, and while trying to get the Master Ball they've got on the ground, an Electrode exploded and almost killed Chad, which was uncalled for. After beating their admin, they escaped into a submarine, and I went on to fight the next gym. Tate and Liza were the first double battle gym leaders, and I didn't realize until too late that I was just a tad underleveled for them.
She still has a combustion going into the 7th gym. What? She's gonna need Squidward to destroy this. That's the only way. She needs Squidward to just keep on ripping surfs. That's the only possible way. I think they're level like 42.
Any more than 2 Pokemon, so I think we should be okay.
They're level 42 though. Yep. The level
42?
I knew it. Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Sin and Zip Zap Zop made a good duo, being
Shadow
able to
Ball.
confuse and paralyze them.
Yep.
But Solrock managed to get off a Sunny Day powered flamethrower in Zip Zap Zop's
that's
face,
over.
which totally killed him.
Yep.
That really sucked. He put in so much work for the team and really carried us this far. The rest of this fight's for you, Zip Zap Zop. Squidward came out, and together with Sin, were able to finish off the duo, getting us our 7th gym badge.
Yep.
Alright, Spurky, you're up.
Oh, they're bringing on another electric type.
I think I single-handedly wiped out the entire water Pokemon population between Zip Zap Zop and Spurky. I went to Shoal Cave and caught Blubby the Spheal, and went out to take on Maxie one last time.
I actually nicknamed one of my Pokemon Blubby in a Pokemon Scarlet video. So for that, I'm gonna give Blubby a 10 out of 10 nickname rating. I love it. I've named my Pokemon that before too.
Listen, I didn't learn my lesson when being underleveled for Tate and Liza, because I was even more underleveled for Maxie.
That is not good.
It doesn't go down? This fight was rough. Chad was able to take out his Mightyena, but I resorted to Squidward when his Crobat came out, and luck wasn't on my side here, because Squidward was killed by a high roll wing attack. The way Pokemon works is there's a small range of damage an attack can do. It's not actually the same all the time, and it's kind of based on chance. So even though it looked like Squidward could have lived 2 wing attacks, Maxie was able to get a low roll on the first one, and a high roll on the second, which was the death of Squidward.
That is so unlucky.
But it wasn't time
GG,
to give
Squidward.
up. We had to persevere for Squidward. Ari came in and took out the Crobat and lived on 1 HP when hit by Camerupt's Rock Slide.
Holy
it was a tough battle,
cow.
but we squeaked by. Barely.
She needs to evolve her Combustion.
I needed to take a step back and seriously grind up the team again. If we were just a bit more underleveled, we would have been murdered. Blubby joined the team and we got to work, eventually arriving in...
Oh, there we go. It's evolved. It just evolved out of nowhere. Shouldn't even like talk about it. I feel like that's a pretty big step in the journey.
Topless.
But apparently...
Steven and the Sutopolis gym leader Wallace were there saying Groudon was
it's
in
evolved.
the cave because
Teriyaki has
someone
evolved.
used the wrong orb and him off. So I went in there, walked up to Groudon, and Master Balled him immediately. There's no way I'm fighting Groudon. Now get in the box. While fighting Wallace, Spurky was able...
I don't think you're allowed to use legendaries in Nuzlocke either. I hope that she doesn't use it because Groudon is OP.
to take out his Love Disc and Celio. Sin beat his Whiscash, and Chad finished off the Milotic. The team was perfect. And after obtaining our final gym badge, I knew we were ready for the Elite Four. We got through Victory
Wally is a tough battle at the end of Victory Road, though. So I'm not sure she's going to be able to get through it without any deaths.
Road. Wally tried to fight us for the last time, but he just needs to stop. We exited
never
the
mind.
cave, and
Apparently
there
she
it
torched
was.
Wally.
The final challenge. Here we go. Sydney was up first, and honestly, he wasn't a challenge at all. Chad and Teriyaki were able to take care of his team with ease. Phoebe wasn't difficult either, with Sin and Blubby being MVP.
The third one's going to be easy for her, too. She has a lot of fighting-type Pokemon, which is good against Dark, which is the first one. And then the third one is Ice, so fighting again is going to destroy it.
Glacia was a bit tougher.
Really?
Teriyaki was able to take out her Glalie, and Spurky could handle her Celios, but her Walrein was the big problem.
What about your Machoke? Your Machamp?
Can tank a lot of hits and can do a lot of damage. I would know because I have one. I brought out Chad and she was able to get in a good amount of damage, but she was ultimately killed by Blizzard.
No! By poison?
It, but it
Why was she
broke through the
poisoned?
confusion and landed a Sheer Cold. Sheer Cold is a one-hit KO move.
Way
it has a 30% chance of hitting the target and will fail if the target Pokemon's level is higher than the user's. But even under all those conditions,
that's crazy.
It hit, and Sin was killed. 2 great team members, down and out.
That means, and she can't go into her PC after this battle, so she has to defeat the next 2 trainers, the 4th Elite Four member and the champion with just 4 Pokemon. I don't see how this is possible.
Chad was with us for so long and pulled so much weight, and Sin got us through some really tough battles. Even with those losses, we were able to finish Glacia off and move on to the final Elite Four member. Drake. Drake's got a tough team.
This is tough.
But we've got a Blubby.
I was gonna say, you need an Ice-type Pokemon to beat this guy. He's all Dragon types. Some are Dragon Flying, some are Dragon Ground, so Ice is 4x against a lot of his team.
And she wanted revenge for her
his whole team.
Comrades. She Ice Beamed every single one of Drake's Pokemon. Just a straight-up massacre. And with that, it was on to the last battle.
Let's go.
Steven Stone. I was legitimately nervous. I led with Sparky to take out his Skarmory as quick as possible.
He's got a Cordilli,
Aggron. To take out his Claydol and Aggron. But then came his Metagross.
Oh, that's tough.
This might be the end. Metagross is Steven's strongest Pokemon, so I
it's
needed
like
to
62,
hinder it as much as I could before it started doing serious damage. I knew his Metagross had Earthquake, which would definitely take out most of my team, so I had to have Sparky Kamikaze to get a paralysis off. Blubby came out again, and after a lot of hard work, finally beat the Metagross by spamming Surf. Teriyaki was able to finish his Cradily, and his final Pokemon was Armaldo. Gary's final revenge for getting booted from the team. I brought out Blubby because Teriyaki was pretty weakened, and after realizing she gets 2-shotted by him, I knew she was gonna have to die. So with a heavy heart, Blubby pulled off her last surf, getting Armaldo in the red, and was killed. Teriyaki, the Pokemon who's been with us from the start, who's seen her friends die in front of her, the OG, refused to let any more murder happen. Onion, Corn,
Teriyaki.
Zip Zap Zop, Squidward, Chad, Sin, Sparky, Blubby. Their 0s and 1s won't go down in vain.
Blaze kick.
One good kick to the head.
Boosh!
And we did it. We completed the Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke. Teriyaki and Ari were the only survivors, but the whole team put in a lot of work to get us to number 1. That was epic. A cheers to the true Mad Lad.
You're new here? Hi. I've done this before. Last year I made a video about my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke, and the game I played in it was Pokemon Ruby. It was fun, so here I am again doing another.
Yeah, we watched that video, it was crazy.
Pokemon Platinum. I'll explain again super quickly how a Nuzlocke works. You can only catch the first Pokemon you run into per route. If a Pokemon faints, it dies and you can't use it anymore. And you have to nickname your Pokemon so you grow more attached to them.
Juice!
If you still don't understand, that's not my problem. Let's get started. Hoo boy. This was my Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke.
So Nuzlockes are extremely difficult. They're one of the hardest challenges in all of Pokemon. And apparently this is Jaiden's second one that she's attempting, so let's see how it kicks off. Oh, this is pretty cool. Oh.
So my friend and neighbor Barry is practically dragging me all over the place with his hyperactive squirrel brain, frantically trying to get a Pokemon as soon as possible from this Professor Rowan he saw on TV. He drags me out to Route 201 and is about to leap into the tall grass when, hold it! You guys know going into the tall grass is practically a death wish, right? What you're doing is basically suicide. Borderline insanity. What absolute moronic lunatics you are. Have you no respect for your lives?
This is awfully similar to Pokemon Ruby start.
No. Do you want some? And like that, I have a Turtwig. I named him Turt and immediately used him to bash in Barry's Chimchar. I was making my way through the routes, but right as I was about to nab the Shinx I found on 202.
No, don't tell me you crit it. No! She crit it!
So no Shinx for us. But that's all right. Shinx isn't that great this early anyway.
I feel like she can get a Shinx later on as well. If you guys are a little bit confused about the rules, every single route that you go to, you can only catch the first Pokemon that you encounter. There's probably a decent chance that she'll encounter another Shinx first in another route, so hopefully she gets that eventually.
Anyway, then I locked eyes with our first trainer. The first battle. Let's see how we fare against youngster Tristan.
That is not a good matchup.
Starly. Oh my god. So in the first trainer
crit.
battle I ever fought, I almost immediately lose my starter to a critical hit. Why do I suddenly have a very bad feeling about this? Nevertheless, we kept going onward through Jubilife City, where we caught Kronk the Zubat in the cave above Route 204, and Magikarp on 218. Hi, Magikarp.
I have to say, these animations are so good. I think this video is like a year or two older than the first one that we reacted to, and you can tell that there's a pretty significant improvement in quality from that one to this one. Let's see what she names her Magikarp, though.
Your name is Puppy. Just outside the city, Barry runs
Puppy?
up and demands another battle, so I happily bash in his
Not sure I like that one. I'm gonna give that a 3 out of 10.
I kept on my way, eventually arriving in Orberg City, and nervously challenged Rourke. I was terrified of his Cranidos, but Turt landed a crit Razor Leaf and one-shot it before it could even do anything.
See ya,
so that's
Cranny.
badge number 1 for us. I made it to Floroma Town and was really excited because if you didn't know, outside the Valley Windworks you can find Shellos. And if you didn't know, again, I love Shellos. I ran straight to the grass to get my
Gastrodon's pretty
Shellos
good.
encounter, and
There's the Shinx!
I'm not
Well,
gonna
don't be
pass
upset
up
with-
an encounter.
Yeah,
so
don't
I
be
very
upset with the
depressingly
Shinx.
Caught the Shinx
Luxray
and
is
made failure
solid.
to vent my sadness and frustration over not getting a slug. While there, we found Team Galactic messing around,
Okay,
stealing electric.
hang on. Gastrodon is a good Pokemon, but so is Shinx. I don't know why she's so upset about that. Luxray is going to end up being pretty solid, as long as she uses it, I'd imagine.
Electricity and this little girl's dad. So I beat up the grunt guarding the door, broke in, beat up the grunts in the building until Turt evolved, then found Galactic
Nice!
Commander Mars at the end of the corridor, who I was scared of because she's got a fat cat that hits like a semi-truck. But I had a plan. Back in the Orberg Mines, I caught Dwayne the Onyx, and I brought him to the fight because in case things got dicey, I would switch him in to buy time and heal up my other Pokemon. Basically, Dwayne was death fodder. Turt took out Mars' Zubat, and when Perugly came out, Kronk plucked off the Oranberry it was holding, but she got hit pretty hard in the process, and since Turt needed a bit of healing before he could get back into it,
Dwayne can take a scratch. Look at that. Dwayne is
Wow,
fine.
let's go, Dwayne!
He's fine, guys. Don't
Dwayne
pull
is doing his job.
Nose for Dwayne.
Unfortunately, Dwayne is going to go down here, though.
Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. Oh my god. Dude.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah.
I'll give
Oh,
him
she
that.
just
I'll
screeched
give
with
him that.
Dwayne.
Dwayne gets to live.
somehow, when Dwayne was supposed to die, he hung in there on 1
Let's go,
HP.
Dwayne!
And you know what?
Shout out
I
Dwayne.
respected the hell out of him for it. I let Dwayne live, and Turt was able to take out the Perugly. What a legend.
I forget if Steelix is in this game. I think it is. I feel like after that performance out of Dwayne, she should evolve it into a Steelix and continue to use Dwayne for the rest of the game because that was pretty legendary.
But then I put him back in the box and moved on.
Oh no!
I caught a bronze
No! Jaden, how dare you? How could you?
Gardenia's gym, Kronk evolved, which meant no mercy for those flower ladies. Badge number 2. We slashed
There
the
we go.
guard bushes in front of the Galactic building and ran up all the stairs where we fought Galactic Commander Jupiter. Let's take a look at how that went.
Don't crit. Don't crit.
Oh
don't
no.
crit.
Every time she says don't crit, I bet it's a crit. It was a crit!
But
She almost
that
died.
won't do.
Hey, yo, wait a second, wait a minute, hold up, pause the video. Hang on, what on earth is Skuntag's sprite? Is it like peeing on us? Why have I never noticed this before? It's got its leg raised and is like ready to just go to town. Pokemon, hey, yo, what is going on there? How did that get through? Oh my gosh, Skuntag might be my new favorite Pokemon.
Don't crit him.
Oh gosh, here comes another crit. I think Night Slash has a high crit chance.
Oh my god.
We finally were able to beat her, but that fight really knocked the
Turt
wind
almost
out
went
of me.
down.
I was shaking on my way back to the Pokemon Center when this lady Cynthia shows up and is like, egg? Yeah. Anyway, even meeting Cynthia wasn't enough to calm my nerves, so to keep my mind off the absolute tragedy we narrowly avoided, I decided to start training up Big Boy on Cycling Road. And then he died.
I practiced this game and
Ooh, Yo, these crits are
Push up your
crazy.
anime glasses and tell me that steel is weak to fire, which I know, by the way. The reason I kept Big Boy in was because not only is his defense an iron wall, but he had heat proof, which negates his fire weakness. But then he got
I didn't know
crit,
that.
So, first death. I'm sorry, Big Boy. You never had the opportunity to become a big boy.
That's a pretty cool ability, actually.
I found a Gibble. Gibble is an amazing Pokemon.
No way she found Gibble. I'm pretty sure, like, I'm pretty sure that the encounter rate for Gibble is like just a 4% chance. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. So the chances of her getting a Gibble on the first try, very unlikely. But hey, yo, I'm not gonna ask questions. Let's see what happens.
Which is easily one of, if not the strongest Pokemon in the game that
That's
isn't
true.
a legendary. Adding it to the team would give us such a huge advantage, and now there is nothing in my way between that and
No.
Anyway, moving on. We arrived in our home city where I caught DeVito the Ralts, Kronk and Puppy evolved. We had a clean win against Fantina.
Wow.
And some lady gave us an Eevee I named
I'm
Milk.
upset
Things
at that,
were starting to
and
look
I'm not
better
even
now.
playing the
I
game.
was leveling up DeVito against trainers, and when fighting this lovey-dovey couple...
Hey, yo.
Let's go into...
No, who dies?
Get rid of the Buizel. Oh, no!
Oh, that's dead. Yeah, that's dead.
You're kidding. You're kidding.
And that's why I hate love.
See you,
In
Danny
came
DeVito.
Shrimp the Scyther I caught on Route 210. Some good news, on Route 213, I finally found a Shellos. I named it Squoop.
There you go.
And I loved it. I loved it so much. I know you're not supposed to have a favorite child, but Squoop was my favorite child, and I wasn't apologetic about it. I trained it up, and now we got a Gastrodon.
Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of Gastrodon. I don't dislike it, but I will say the way that she animates it and draws it makes me think it's pretty adorable.
Ended up evolving too, so together with Kronk and Squoop, Maylene was defeated, and badge number 4 was secured. Outside of Astoria City, I caught a Quagsire named Lol, but when I went to get my Great Marsh encounter, I was trying to get a Yanma and accidentally threw a ball at a Wooper. So now we've got Lol and Oops in the box. Then I swept Crasher Wake with Milk, who is now a Jolteon, with the TM Thunder I bought literally next door. I walked out of the gym and Team Galactic set off a bomb. I ran down the grunt who detonated it and took him out because he is weak. Cynthia appears again and tells me to bring a charm to her grandma. So I'm like, yes, ma'am. We found her in Celestial Town along with Cyrus, the leader of Team Galactic.
Cyrus, hey, yo. Someone said, okay, Anyway, Cyrus is kind of close to Siren. Just saying. That could be me. Let's see if I can defeat JAIDEN.
Speech about how everything is imperfect, so he's got to blow up the world or something. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. And then he wanted to fight. Puppy took out his Sneasel, and I sent out Milk to take care of his
Come on, Cyrus.
Milk
Come on.
He wanted to be lazy and not only miss
Come on,
all his
Cyrus.
thunders, but also punch himself in the face.
Come on, Cyrus, get him. This is the only time I'll root against JAIDEN. Come on. Yeah. Hit yourself again. Hit yourself again. Oh. No, that doesn't kill. There's like 12, I think. Ooh.
You can't be doing this.
Kronk came out and killed the Golbat because Milk was being difficult.
No, we didn't get any of them.
Took out the Murkrow. Anyway,
come on, Cyrus.
I went out and caught a Magnemite named C, then arrived in Canalave City where we barged into Byron's gym and demolished his team with Swoop and Turd. Then Team Galactic sets off another bomb, this time at Lake Valor. So Barry, Professor Rowan's assistant Lucas, and I split up to check on the lakes. As I'm strolling past all the flopping Magikarp, I run into Galactic
I remember this
Saturn,
part.
who we swept the floor with. After that, we headed over to Lake Verity where we did the exact same with Mars. There was a part where Turd got crit and almost died.
Oh god.
These Piroglis are so strong.
Finally, we had to go check up on Barry at Lake Acuity, and after trekking through 6 feet of snow for like a mile, we get there to find Barry at the top of a cliff like, ha ha ha, you can't climb rocks. Come back when you can climb rocks, loser. I'll go fight Candace's gym now, I guess. Now, we've been having some good type matchups with the past few gyms, so I haven't really been nervous about most of them, but Candace uses ice types, which like half my team is weak against.
That's true.
You know, nervousness rising. Not only was I at a massive type disadvantage, but the main threats on our team were her Abomasnow because it hits like a truck and sets up hail, and her Frostlass because it'll use the hail from the Abomasnow to heighten its evasiveness with Snowcloak, spam double teams, and then just sweep my team. I walked in, took a deep...
That does not sound fun. I will say, ice is like one of the worst typing statistically, but it does counter a lot of really good types, like grass, flying, dragon.
That's because it'll use the hail from the Obama snow to heighten its evasiveness with snow cloak, spam double teams, and then just sweep my team. I walked in, took a deep breath, which didn't make me feel better at all.
Even I'm taking a deep
took out her sneasel and Swoop took out her
Even I'm taking a deep breath for you.
In the process, and then she finally brought out the big bad Obama.
There's got to be one death here. Certainly, there's one death at least.
Fire blast. Yeah, I didn't know we could...
Fire blast.
Anyway,
Gyarados can fire blast?
One-shot because Puppy's not a special attacker.
It is 4x effective, though.
It didn't.
What?
It didn't miss.
It's 4x effective. It didn't one-shot?
Please kill it. Please. It's quad. It's quad.
Oh!
Eventually, Puppy took it out.
1
but
HP.
That was absolutely terrifying. Last but not least... Frostlass. I wanted to have Swoop rain dance to get rid of the hail so Frostlass's snow cloak isn't activated, but since Swoop was sitting at a not so chill 20 HP, that wasn't gonna work out super great. However, since I didn't want Kronk to be in this fight at all, right before the fight I swapped her with Failure the Shinx.
No!
Yep.
No!
Failure looked up at the looming death that was Frostlass.
How does she not like Shinx?
And as I healed up Swoop, Failure was killed in its blizzard. It's really unfortunate we had to resort to it, but I give Failure a salute for stepping up and surrendering its life to the team. Swoop came out, got off the rain dance, and after a close battle, was able to pull through. We won, but it wasn't without sacrifice. We had a moment of silence for Failure, the true MVP of the fight.
Stop! No, I don't think you're allowed to do a moment of silence for Failure. The whole time you were disrespectful and rude to Failure, okay? Shinx is a lovely Pokemon, Jaiden. Very lovely, in fact. And it evolves into a relatively strong Pokemon. I am very upset that you could let this happen to such a cute, adorable, innocent Pokemon.
Now we could climb the rocks to Lake Acuity, and when we got up there, Barry's got snot dripping down his face, crying in the snow because he looks like Zenitsu by Jupiter, who looks at me and is like, "See ya, I'm going to Veilstone HQ." I'm gonna go to Veilstone. We start running through the base trying to find Cyrus, but when fighting this scientist...
Hey, Cyrus, let's go.
Psychic.
Oh, no. That doesn't kill it, does it?
Freaks me out.
Oh, okay.
It is way too powerful, way too bulky, and it's way too weird. I do like Porygon too.
Oh god. Oh god, it's gonna crit. It's gonna crit. It's gonna crit. Oh no.
Very cute. What? What?
Oh my gosh.
No! No! Scoop! We lost Scoop.
No.
I wasn't okay. Kurt came out and curb stomped the Porygon 2 out of vengeance, but to put it lightly, I wasn't taking that too well.
That is sad.
That's
the hardest one yet.
Breaking. I'm like actually sad.
But life doesn't stop when your dog dies, so I had to keep trucking and brought Law the Quagsire.
Oh, she brought Quagsire on the team.
Curdling thirst for revenge, I stormed into Cyrus's room. Fight! Shrimp and Milk took out his team in no time. I snatched his Master Ball and used his teleport pad to enter the basement where Mess Spirit, Azelf, and Yuxi are all being held captive. Fight! And like Cyrus, Saturn was swept too. After releasing the Lake Guardians, we head to Mount Coronet because Cyrus wants to go there and destroy the planet, I think. And we catch up to him at the Spear Pillar. Before we can run up and attack him, Mars and Jupiter step in. Then Barry arrives. Honestly, I have no idea how he found us all here. And it's like, I'll help. Lal takes out both their Bronzors, Mars's Purugly.
Oh, great. Quagsire's going in.
You know,
let's go.
It's all smooth sailing, right? Well.
Oh gosh, here we go again.
Really doing a lot for the team, aren't you? Oh my god, no,
why does it know Giga Drain? Oh no, Lol is dead.
No.
That's 4 times effective.
No, oh no, oh no.
And it was crit.
Not only did I not know their Golbat had Giga Drain for some reason, but it also got a crit. So I was starting to feel bad. But then I started panicking. The thing is, after you fight Mars and Jupiter, you have to go into the Distortion World and fight Cyrus and Giratina. If Cynthia forces us into the Distortion World without us being able to get a new member, we're in massive trouble. We finished up the battle and Cyrus starts his whole spiel.
Let's go,
about
Cyrus,
how the
come
world is
on.
Perfect, blah, blah, blah. Everything must
Come on,
die
Cyrus.
except for me. Then he gets swallowed up by Giratina. A hole opens, a rip in space leading to the Distortion World. And I'm kind of just standing off to the side, twiddling my thumbs like, Cynthia, please don't shove me in there without my consent.
Cynthia, can I go? I have something to do. Our world will be destroyed.
I don't think it works that way, Jaiden.
No, I'm not. Let me go. I'm free. Holy crap.
Oh, wait, she actually did go. What?
Goodbye.
I'm sorry, lol. We just got you, and then you died. But luckily, remember when I accidentally caught that whooper while trying to get a Yanma? It's time, Oops. You were no accident. You're our lucky star who will carry us to victory. We got Oops leveled up, came back to the spear
And
pillar
she has
where
another
Cynthia was just
Quagsire.
sitting there waiting for us, and hopped in. Everything is topsy-turvy and the Lake Guardians are telling me to push boulders into holes. And suddenly I'm on a floating crest of land with Cynthia, who's basically like, Cyrus, get lost and never come back. And Cyrus didn't like that.
Get him,
So he
Cyrus.
came at me. Oops took out his Houndoom and his Gyarados came out, so I switched to Milk. But I was very terrified because Cyrus's Gyarados has Earthquake. So if Milk misses his Thunder here, he dies. And Milk is notorious for missing his Thunders.
If that does happen too, maybe that Gyarados is a hidden ability Gyarados, giving it Moxie. And what Moxie does is every time you eliminate a Pokemon, your attack gets boosted. This could be very bad if her Jolteon misses.
But it hit.
Okay,
Milk lives
it landed.
another day. He also
There
took out
goes that
Cyrus's
theory.
Crobat and Honchkrow, and Shrimp finished up his
Come on,
meanwhile.
Cyrus.
Cyrus steps aside, and suddenly
Nothing!
it's just me and the Angel of Darkness itself, Giratina.
Ooh, that was pretty sick. Oh! Oh my gosh! She has a Master Ball though, I think. Wait. What is going on? Help, I've fallen and I can't get up! Wait. Okay, no, that was cool.
threw
Not
the
really
Master
sure what that
Ball.
was, but...
And like that, it was over. I saved the world. Now to get back to my gym badges. I arrived at Sunny Shore City and started making my way through Volkner's gym. I know he's the 8th gym leader and he's supposed to...
So I'm pretty sure as well in Nuzlocke, you're not allowed to use legendary Pokemon. So if she does not use the Giratina for the rest of the video, that is likely why.
who challenges him isn't good enough and he's bored. But I wasn't concerned. We have Oops and none of his Pokemon can do anything about it. It's not like they have Giga Drain or anything, right? They didn't, I checked. Oops was just Earthquake and everything, and at the end, I'll admit, I got a bit scared.
Okay, don't crit. If
Giga
crit
Impact.
Giga
No, that
Impact,
doesn't
that
kill.
would be really Holy.
But
That
it's all
wasn't
good.
even a
We're all
crit.
good. And
Oh my
that,
gosh.
Off to Victory Road we went, where we caught ourselves a Gabite I named Flakes. Would have been nice to have one, I don't know, near the beginning of the game, say, in Wayward Cave, you know. But whatever. Better late than never. It's good to have.
Who was she
just in
gonna
case
replace?
Something goes horribly wrong out of nowhere.
Oh,
Flakes is base 60. Yeah, it is.
that doesn't kill.
Amazing.
Surely that doesn't
whoa,
kill.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No! You're kidding.
How?
And that's the straw that broke the camel's back. After Puppy died, I stepped back and decided the team
Well, surely
would go
bring
into
the
Elite
Gabite
Four
on
where it
now.
needs to be the best possible team we can build. The Elite Four here goes pretty hard, so I couldn't go in willy-nilly just
I
hoping
can't
for the
believe that
best.
killed.
After literally a few hours of
Wow.
calculations and research, I settled on a team I thought would give us the highest possibility of winning. I added Flakes to the
Yep,
team in
there we
place
go.
of Puppy, and
There's the
with a
Garchomp.
heavy heart, left Milk and Kronk behind as I brought C the now Magnezone and Colgate the Togekiss I hatched from the egg.
Honestly, I think that's a little bit lame. Like, she went through her whole adventure with that Golbat and the Jolteon, and at the very last minute, just for matchup purposes, she puts them in her PC to battle the Elite Four. It's probably like the smart thing to do, realistically, so I don't blame her for that. But at the same time, me personally, I feel like if I go through the whole journey with those Pokemon, I gotta stick with them through and through.
Gave me. Even
Well, let's
though
see how
I
this
was
goes.
sad to not bring Milk and Kronk into the final battles with us, they won't be forgotten. And it doesn't negate the fact they were such huge assets to the team, and I wouldn't have made it this far without them.
Exactly.
I'll see you guys on the other side. I took a step towards the doors of no return, and immediately got interrupted by Barry, who wanted to have one last fight. Anyway.
Here we go. Oh. Wait, what?
Welcome.
What was
This is
that?
the Elite Four. The battle starts and C takes
What
out
was that
Arizan,
for?
Mega, and Vespiquen. Oops takes out his Rapion, and Colgate takes out his Scissor and Heracross. Next up is Bertha.
Okay, wait, Rhyperier's easy.
Bertha
Come on.
loves ground types, but Turt and Oops had a smooth time smashing through her team.
I was gonna say,
I
yeah,
felt
just
a
take
horrible
Oops.
shiver when her Rhyperior came out, but things went well.
Yeah, that's easy
On to
peasy.
Flint.
What is going on with all this, like, Giratina stuff? Something's
Flint
gonna
has a pretty
happen.
Scary team, but luckily Oops and Flakes had no trouble plowing through them as well. And with that, we're on to the last member, Lucian. Now, Shrimp hasn't had much time to shine in these fights so far, so I decided I wanted to let her go all out. She set up sword stances and bullet punched everything.
There we
Proud of
go.
you, Shrimp.
Let's
And
go,
suddenly,
Shrimp.
I'm at the entrance to the champion. The trainer who's been known to crush dreams in a single battle.
True. Cynthia is actually known to be one of the strongest champions in any Pokemon game ever, so this might actually be pretty tough.
Suddenly, I'm at the entrance to the champion. The trainer who's been known to crush dreams in a single battle, and many still fear to this day. I took a deep breath. Things are going surprisingly well, and I don't know how to feel about it. But I looked up, and there she was. At this moment, I have only one last objective. Defeat Cynthia. She leads with Spiritomb, which
That
has
is
no
not an easy
weaknesses,
objective.
So I sent out Turt to hit it as hard as possible. Flakes takes out her Togekiss, and then her Garchomp comes out. This is known to be
Togekiss
one
not
of the
fairy in
toughest
that?
boss Pokemon in the entire franchise. And rightfully so. That thing was made by Satan himself, and I'm sure even he fears what he has created. I immediately switched to Oops, who's the only Pokemon that can lead us to victory here. I planned to put
go,
it to
Oops.
sleep with Yawn, and then Ice
Oh.
Beam it until it died. That was our
Ooh.
only hope. But then
It's actually a good
Oops
thought.
was crit.
Oh
And
no.
that was it. Nothing on my
Oh, no.
team can take a hit from this monster.
Oh,
and
no.
even if they couldn't
Does she
do
lose?
much damage back. I sat there in disbelief, knowing there wasn't anything I could have done, and the battle is basically unwinnable now. I brought out Shrimp to bullet punch it so we could get in a little bit of damage, but she was killed. Colgate tried to chip away at it. He did
probably
some
his Fire
damage
Fang.
too, but was crit one shot. At this point, I'd accepted defeat. Only Turt, C, and Flakes were left. It's hopeless at this point. Flakes came out, and against all odds, Flakes outsped Cynthia's Garchomp and killed it. I didn't think he could do it. He was 2 levels weaker, and I don't know. I just didn't think he could outspeed it. Suddenly, there was
Let's go,
a chance.
Flakes!
We could win this after all. Cynthia brings out her Milotic, which C took out with a few Thunderbolts. Flakes
Oh,
took
there
out the
you go.
Lucario with Dig. Look, my Earthquake
Yup.
TM is on Scoop, and we all know what happened there. Finally, our last Pokemon comes out. Roserade. Flakes went in for the Dragon Claw, and the battle was over.
Let's go!
As Cynthia's congratulating me, a sudden feeling of overwhelming guilt washes over my entire body. So intense,
because you
it
killed the
almost
Shinx!
knocks me down. I don't think I deserve this. Something
No,
here isn't right.
you shouldn't have killed the
This
Shinx.
wasn't meant for me. Back in the Distortion World, when Giratina split me in two, how do I know I'm me? What happened in the other timeline where I saw glimpses of what happened parallel to this world, that was me too. Those things happened. Was that the ending I'm destined to have? The world I'm living in now is how I want things to be, but the other Jaiden is equally me as I am her. Even if you might think I deserve this dimension, things don't work like that. Are there some things you can't escape, even when you try everything you can do to alter it? I don't know the answer.
Huh?
I may be able to sit on this throne now and thank all the Pokemon that put in everything to help me get here. All the
Shinx.
hard work, blood,
Shinx.
sacrifices
There it
we
is.
made, but I don't think I can ever accept this victory. I don't
What?
know what ending was meant for me. And I don't think I ever will.
What? What are you talking about?
You know the drill at this point. Pokemon faints, it dies, catch one Pokemon per route and nickname it to set up for emotional trauma. But this time we're doing something a bit different.
Pretty accurate.
A two-person Nuzlocke. It's technically called a Soul Link, but no one knows what that means. So basically you and person 2 play the same Pokemon game at the same time,
who she played
following
with.
the same Nuzlocke rules. However, your Pokemon are linked, which means if my starter dies, player 2's starter also dies. And they can't do anything about it. Plus, we can only have one primary typing for both of our teams combined. So if I catch a water type and add it to my team, person 2 can't have a water type at all on theirs. And
this
cherry
is
on
such
top,
a cool concept.
all Pokemon are randomized. I can walk into the grass at any point and accidentally find God. And maybe he'll just kill all my animals right then and there. So with all these new rules in place, I needed to find a player 2.
This is such a cool concept and something that I would love to do. If you guys want to see me do this with somebody, let me know who and when and where and why in the comments. But let's see who Jaiden chose.
One who's a real Pokemon master, able to adapt, improvise, and strategize all at the drop of a hat. And who else other than Pokemon Master himself? Jacob Alpharad, who at this point in time has a 50-50 Nuzlocke win ratio. Here's our Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Soul Link Nuzlocke. We both go downstairs, barely greet our mom, and immediately beeline it to Professor Elm's lab to see what Pokemon he's got for us.
I'm pretty sure the starter Pokemon are also going to be randomized, so let's see if they get something cool or not cool.
Because we don't know. They're random. In case you forgot what I just said. We stroll up to him and he pats Jacob on the head and goes, "Here, choose from these 3. I picked them specially for you. Torterra, Tentacruel, or Ludicolo."
Sheesh.
All right, what do I get?
He's got to go Ludi.
Why not Mankey Ariatus? Awesome. Jacob takes Torterra and I take Mankey, and we name them Franklin. On our way to talk to Mr. Pokemon, Jacob runs into a Regirock in a random patch of grass, which just flat out explodes on him. No one died, luckily, but also, oh my god, we get an egg and immediately—
That is maybe the scariest thing that could possibly happen in a Nuzlocke, is if the Pokemon you're battling uses explode. Probably the strongest move in the game.
Professor Elm calls and tells us he's been robbed and bullied. You really couldn't handle being alone for 10 minutes, could you? On our way back to help a grown adult, we stumble onto a shady figure who scoffs, challenges us to a battle with Pokemon he stole from Elm, which we immediately win, scoffs again, then drops his wallet, passport, credit card, driver's license, social security, Target gift card on the ground in front of us for the world to see. Dude, get your craps together. You can't be doing that when you're a wanted fugitive. Back in the lab, Elm is crying on the floor as the police and our neighbor are trying to comfort him, and the police asks us if we saw anyone suspicious. Yes, we saw his info. Now here we get to name our rival. Jacob and I try to think of someone that we both shared some sort of rivalry with. When we remembered a certain professional Pokemon Nuzlocker has been consistently reacting and critiquing our Nuzlocke so far, some of his comments were more critical than others and directed at one of us more than the other. Mr. Policeman, his name is Jan. Hi, Jan. Let's see if you can destroy us from the inside out. Anyway.
Maybe if I react to enough of these videos, I will become the new Jan. Except I'm not really a Pokemon pro, so I don't know if I can critique any mistakes that they may make, rather than just be upset with them. I feel like I'm also invested in their journey, to be honest, rather than trying to figure out what is wrong with it.
Anyway, our neighbor takes us out to some grass to show us how to catch a Pokemon, runs into Articuno, catches it in a Pokeball in the green, and turns to us and goes, "See? Just like that."
If only it was that easy.
We can finally start our journey. We both run around in the grass, and our first encounters are Barboach and Houndoom. This would have been awesome for Jacob if he could catch the dang thing. Since we only had Pokeballs, Houndoom was not getting in the ball no matter what, and we ended up not getting that pair.
No!
But you know, it's all right. There's plenty more encounters like Hoppip Farfetch that Jacob accidentally kills, or Geodude Gyarados.
That's a good one.
Jacob accidentally kills. Or Tyro
Jacob
Charizard.
stinks.
That Jacob accidentally kills. Hey, what?
There's no way he accidentally killed 3 Pokemon in a row. That is like an all-time bad Pokemon trainer move. That is actually insane. I was trying to think of like how bad that is. That's pretty bad. I don't even know that's possible.
Why do I get this? And Jacob gets all this. And why do you keep killing him, Jacob? But finally, in the ruins of Elf, we managed to catch a new pair. Sand/Camerupt. Not bad at all. We tried to name them Michael, but both misspell it, so welcome to the team, Michels. Then on Route 32, we catch Totodile Beedrill, which is also pretty good. Mainly for just me. We started combining the two Pokemon to create their names, so we ended up somehow with Bedrodo. We ran into a trainer who had a frickin' Palkia on his team. Fun fact, did you know if you Google Palkia type weakness, Google will tell you that he's weak to Fairy and Salamence? No other dragons, just Salamence. So Jacob and I started joking around every time we saw a Palkia. Oh no, if only I had a Salamence. Uh-oh, don't have a Salamence over here. It was kind of strange how many Palkias we ran into, but that didn't stop us from bullying every single one. So we take on Faulkner, the first gym leader, who has
Palkia wasn't much of a challenge for them. Oh god.
And Metagross Dragonair.
Oh god.
Oh my god. After a lot of difficulty, we both managed to beat him with no casualties. I don't know how that happened, but hey, everyone's all right.
Oh, he's gonna take himself out.
Oh my god! How about some encounters to lighten the mood? Oh, hello, Shuckle Suicune.
Suicune! There's no way they called the Suicune.
Jacob accidentally kills. In Azalea Town.
I mean, he wasn't gonna catch that thing anyway. They probably still only have like Pokeballs and Great Balls right now. There's no way he would catch a Suicune.
We challenge Bugsy, who luckily wasn't as stacked as Faulkner. And as we step outside, Jan, who is surprised we haven't been demolished yet, yeah, I'm surprised too, challenges us to a battle, which we also win. Hehehe. We run into Mawile Deoxys in the forest, who someone accidentally kills, and make our way to Goldenrod, where there's a security guard that'll give us both a Pokemon. He hands me a Porygon 2, which I'm ecstatic about, turns to Jacob, and gives him Regigigas, which we can't use because they're both normal types. Of all the legends you had to get, of course you get the only normal type besides actual God. We beat Whitney.
That is so unlucky. And when she said Regigigas, she sounded upset. I was like, how? Like, why are you upset about a Regigigas? But they can't even use it. So that's pretty brutal. Feels bad, feels bad.
And in the national park, find Piplup Flaffy, which we named Plap. I pitched to Jacob that I'm willing to trade the Bedrodos to make room for this new pair, so he essentially switches Beedrill with Flaffy, which we shake on. Welcome to the team,
I say that's a good trade.
And then my Plap immediately almost gets killed.
Almost. Aha!
Jaden.
I'll fix it.
Sorry,
that could have been very,
very bad. We find
bad.
Dragonair Shuppet, which is an actually insane pair we could use right away.
Wow, yeah.
But
no.
Yeah, I ended up killing that one.
No!
Look, I'm sorry, Jacob. It is harder than it looks to catch these things. We pour water on the strange
It's really
trees
not. It's really not that hard to catch Pokemon. I'm sorry, Jaden. I'm sure you're an amazing Pokemon trainer. Same with Jacob. But my lord, how hard is it? It's not that hard to catch Pokemon. I'm not sure what the big challenge here is.
6 that actually turn out to be Cradily Silcoon. We kind of named them Dillydoo and could have added them to the team as death fodder, but we ended up forgetting to.
That's not a
Which
great
is, a pretty silly mistake. But what's the worst that could happen? Who needs death fodder in a Nuzlocke? Jacob and I make it to Ekritik and walk into the Burn Tower. As we were about to go down there,
I have a feeling one of the
Pokemon
is going to die soon.
You're only trying to catch Suicune to make yourselves look stronger than you actually are. And we're like, no, we killed him a while ago. But he still wanted to battle, probably to show off the Mew he somehow found. We beat him yet again, go downstairs, scare off the dogs, and go challenge Morty. Jacob didn't have any trouble for the team Morty had for him.
See you.
But for me, I was having a bit of a harder time because he had a Lugia, which neither me nor my team could even handle. All I could do was bubble beam it with Plap and pray I don't get crit one-shot as Jacob just sits there watching. But it ended up working out. We arrive in Olivine and climb the giant lighthouse, almost falling to our literal death along the way. Reach Jasmine at the top, who's like, climb back down and go get medicine for Amphi and Cianwood. And we were like, we almost died getting here. Surfing to Cianwood, we encountered Abomasnow Pupitar. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, we did catch them. Abomasnow joined the team immediately, and suddenly we've got a pretty powerful lineup going on. Also, a random guy in town gifted us a Mewtwo and Weepinbell. Finally, I'm the one with the legend now. But we had to box him because we couldn't have 2 grass types. All of this sudden shared luck combined with our 0-death win streak got us feeling pretty confident, which naturally means it's time to get kicked in the throat. Specifically by a black belt martial artist. Gym leader Chuck was indescribably tough in the most bullcrap way possible. For me, Jacob had no trouble at all because
Of course,
he's Jacob. He had a
of course.
Kingdra, which I brought Obamatar out for. Nothing else on my team could really do anything against it. The main drawback of this is Obamatar's snow warning ability, which creates hail, damaging every Pokemon, including my own, that's not an ice type, which is pretty inconvenient in a Nuzlocke.
I could
even
see how
made
that would be bad.
a teeny tiny comment about it when I first got him.
I'm gonna call it. Snow's gonna kill one of my Pokemon.
Kingdra goes down, and Chuck's only other
Oh, boy.
Pokemon, he's only got 2, is Frostlass, who, if you don't know, has Snowcloak. Snowcloak makes the Pokemon 20% harder to hit if there's hail. You want to know how many Pokemon in Gen 4 have this ability? 5. 3 of which being Mamoswine. You want to know how many Pokemon there are in Heart Gold, Soul Silver? 493. Now, I know these odds sound pretty awful already, but you know what this Frostlass does? She uses Ominous Wind. Ominous Wind has a 10% chance to boost every single stat of the user.
Oh, God.
She gets the stat boost
Wait, I
twice
didn't
in a
even
row.
know that. No!
After a lot of strategizing, we both decided the best option for us would be to send in Michel as death fodder to heal up Plap, because he's the only one that can really do anything at this point. And what happens?
Please don't get another stat boost.
No way he gets another boost, right?
He's good. He's so good. He's
No. Oh my!
Frostlass crit one-shots Michel as soon as he comes out.
No way!
Our first
Oh, that's
death.
so bad.
Poor Cameron.
No, I
He was
doubt
so
Cameron
proud for
is
making it out of
dead.
Chuck's gym and then just falls over dead for no reason. I got Plap healed up and basically started heal stalling, which, sure, isn't a noble strategy. But come on.
You gotta do what you gotta
literally
do.
Struggling against my own bad luck for what felt like hours. Finally, Frostlass goes down.
Finally.
With Peck. Why is it still no Peck?
Jacob practically drags me out of the gym and we head to the BC. We decided to add a pair we caught back on Route 35, which was Charmeleon Donphan named Darfell. A fantastic duo. I was admittedly,
Darfell!
and I think justifiably, still
That
really
is a
salty
great
about what
duo.
we just went through, but Jacob convinced me that we should just move on. We got our Darfells leveled up and returned to Olivine to feed Amphi the medicine that we picked up so Jasmine would finally do her job. And check this out.
already
Oh
done.
my God.
You're right. Oh my God.
Look at our
I mean, that's not too bad. It's a Lugia, but it's only level 30. And Plap hopefully knows Ice
real
Beam.
quick.
Easy peasy.
Nah, it's alright. She also had a Geoxys.
Oh,
We headed to
God.
Mahogany Town, catching and adding Nidoran and Barrel named Barrel to the team. And in the Lake of Rage, Jacob caught a Kyogre paired
Oh.
with my Swalot. We never used this pair, but I just wanted to mention it
What?
for a reason.
Why would you not use that pair? Kyogre's like the strongest Pokemon ever. I mean, I know Swalot, isn't the best and debatably pretty bad, but that just makes Jacob's team like OP. Then all you would need to do is just get one super strong Pokemon yourself. There's no way you can use this pair. No, that actually triggers me.
We approach the glistening shadow of the lake beast, activate the encounter, and find a shiny Banerian Donphan.
Oh, another Donphan.
Not,
That sucks.
the best, but hey, free shiny Pokemon. Doesn't hurt to Oop, I killed it. That's, again, my bad. Sorry. Lance
Yep.
walks up
Well,
to
well,
us and
that's
goes,
just unlucky.
"Hi, I'm Lance." Grabs us by the wrist, kicks down the door to the Mahogany Town 7-Eleven, kills one of the guys in there,
Oh,
and runs
gosh.
into the rocket hideout where he continues to wipe out any living organism he finds down there.
Lance is the beast.
Classic Lance. We decided to copy him and beat up all the executives and their power generator. Right before we fly to Goldenrod, we pick up the 7th badge and then continue curb stomping Team Rocket. We were getting a bit too comfy though, and as Jacob wasn't paying attention, mainly because he just got a chicken sandwich,
No.
Obamatar
no way
was
Pupitar
killed by a
dies.
golem's earthquake.
Come on, Jacob.
Oh no. That was a really bad blow and stung much more because we weren't paying attention.
Sorry I got distracted by a chicken sandwich, friend. Fair enough, fair enough.
But we did have to move on, especially since we were literally in the middle of a gang fight. We shoved our way to Rocket Executive and Big Boss Archer and give him a bit of a throat chop so he would calm down and stop doing whatever it is he was doing. And everyone is saved. On our way to Blackthorn, we catch Frostlass Corefish, which put me into a vengeful trauma spiral. You. And then Jacob caught himself both a Suicune and an Azelf. We arrived and took—
Wait, Jacob actually has the best luck of all time. He's found, I think, like 4 or 5 legends, but he's not even using them, I don't think. Is he using any? I don't even
Claire,
know.
who led with a Mewtwo against me, which at this point I shouldn't even be surprised. But all the rest of our team was pretty much a pushover for both of us. Claire's a bad sport and refused to think we were good trainers, so we talked to the old man behind the gym and he's like, so do you beat your Pokemon? And we were like, no. And he's like, awesome. Claire, give him the stupid badge. What? So now we can head to the Elite Four. Hey guys, I think you should go fight a horde of Asian women in Ekritique. So we enter the Ekritique Theater and start fighting the women, and the second girl for me sends out Ambipom. As I switched to Franklin, it screeched, which I didn't pay attention to.
Oh god.
And
Screech harshly lowers your defense. So this next turn, Ambipom might destroy the Primate.
Ambipom double hit killed Franklin.
Yeah, it'll do that. That'll happen.
Our starters died. Dude, that was really sad. We were about to make it to the Elite Four with them, and bam.
That is a crushing blow.
Not alive anymore. They were with us through everything. Pretty much the backbone to our teams. Man.
Not Franklin.
Jan's gonna make so much fun of us when he finds out. As we're still mourning, the last kimono girl rest spams with Wailord. Do you have any dignity, woman? We're lamenting over here. We try to leave and the girls are all, no, go catch the legendary Pokemon. He's already got 3. So I head to Whirl Islands and Jacob scales the bell tower. And what legends do we find? The legendary Zangoose and Loudred.
Low-key, Zangoose is a sick Pokemon and should totally get an evolution or like a Mega or something. It should be a legendary. That Pokemon model is sick.
Finally, we have some freedom again. And as soon as we touch the water in Newbark to head to Victory Road, what pops up from the bottom of the lake but Entei himself?
Oh god.
And Doduo. Oh my god.
Who gets the Entei? Oh, she does. Let's go. Please don't kill the Doduo.
Dode.
Okay.
That's going in the box because fire types. We catch Cascoon Regirock in Victory.
Wait, it's going in the box because of fire types. Why doesn't she just make Jacob put his fire type on the bench? I don't understand why you catch an Entei and you can't figure out a way to use it. I don't get it.
Road, and heading towards the exit, Jen sprints up from behind us and I iconically say, "This is your last chance to kill one of our Pokemon, Jan." And what happens?
Oh god. Someone's dying here.
Oh my god. No.
Hitmontopyu's counter.
Oh.
No way!
That's not great.
He killed one of our Pokemon. Yeah, that—
Wait, isn't counter not very effective against Charizard? I don't how does counter work? I am appalled at this moment. I don't understand.
That sucks. That really sucks. Darfell was an incredible pair we've had since the 5th gym, and we really grew to lean on. We lost quite literally half our team right before the Elite Four.
Oh god, yeah. That's brutal.
We beat Jan for the last time, enter the Indigo Plateau.
Well, now you can
and
use
immediately
Entei.
bolt to the PC to see what kind of damage control we can do. After a very long time of trying to stitch together the best teams possible, we ended up with this. Ampharos Empoleon, Bibarel Nidoqueen, Beautifly Cradily, Dodrio Entei.
That one is good. You know, at least you get one good Pokemon. The ones before that, though, were just okay.
And Victory Bell.
And that one is also sick. Victory Bell, low-key, I mean, it's not great, but it's usable. So the last 2 pairs, I am fans of.
Mewtwo.
I'm a fan of.
I know. Oh, I know. Wow, Jaden. Super balanced. You've got Mewtwo and Entei, and Jacob has a Beautifly. Look, this is the best we could do. I promise.
Okay, yeah, Jacob's team is now trash, which is crazy because he has a Kyogre. How could they not figure out how to get Kyogre on his team? That is pretty much the only Pokemon that he would need to destroy the Elite Four.
Tell him, Jacob, tell him. Anyway, big deep breath. Here we go into the unknown depths of the Elite Four. Will, Coda, and Bruno were all no problem at all. We breezed right past them.
Okay, that was quick.
Everything was going great.
That's 3 Elite Four members down. Oh god.
Yeah, he's
See you, Bibarel.
Oh my god.
Bibarel's.
It's fine.
9 HP.
On the other hand, Karen was not as nice.
No, I think it was
No!
just any charge move.
Oh.
Okay, he just did cross chop. He's dead. It's fine. I was safe to fly him. I'm just paranoid.
No way!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It crit.
Oh no.
Guys, we're so sorry we got you killed in the first, like, 15 minutes of having you.
Oh,
we ended up getting out of the battle with
That is
no
so
more
bad.
casualties, but
Well, now Jaden only has 1 legendary Pokemon and only 5 total Pokemon. So does Alpharad. So this is gonna get bad.
facing Lance with a team of 4 each is
Oh wait,
really
they only have 4.
not ideal, to say the least, but we walked up to him nonetheless.
It's a
Whether we
4v6.
win or lose here,
There's no way
this is
they
our
win.
last battle.
There's no way
He
they
leads
win.
with Fiona and Ledian, which we were both like, ha ha ha, Lance, is this all you've got? And then he hits us with the no. Jacob was up against
Oh,
his
God.
Porygon Z, Rampardos, Licky Licky, Zapdos, and Plusle. And even though it's a pretty
Oh,
stacked
jeez.
team, he was holding his own and getting through them really well. On my end, I was dealing with a Giga-impacting Snorlax, which I really had nothing for. I just had to pray for no crits and as many misses as possible. It goes down eventually, and what does he send out next?
No.
Oh,
Well, they apparently had a great and easy time getting through Palkias in the beginning of the game, so hopefully that translates to now as well, but something tells me I don't think that's going to be the case.
I could really use a Salamence right about now. This is what we get. We bullied Palkia so much during our journey here. Looking at my team, I don't have anything that can handle Palkia either, except for Mewtwo. And what happens? He gets Spatial Rend crit one-shot turn 1.
No!
I am in a lot of trouble. I took so much time getting past Snorlax that Jacob was
Oh,
already done with his
gosh.
battle, so all he could do was watch this massacre from the sidelines. I sent out Dillydoo to confuse stall him and just try to chip away at him with basically nothing. And my god was I lucky, because if Palkia hit one more crit at any point, Dillydoo and the run was over. And I was forced to dance on that line for a long time. But eventually, Dillydoo lands the finishing blow. I was so proud. The pair that we caught so early on and deemed
Let's
as
go,
death
Dillydoo.
fodder was the one saving us. We're so sorry for doubting you, Dillydoo. Thank you for sticking by us and not dying. But that was only half of Lance's team, might I remind you. Plap
Yeah.
took out his Sand Slash, which stunk. But Bastiodon came out, tanked Plap's Surf, and killed him with Metal Burst. I was in shock with that one.
Oh,
that was our
God,
second oldest
what?
pair. Ever since our Franklins died,
How did Metal Burst destroy Empoleon? Is it not very effective? I swear it's steel. How did that kill him?
Jacob and I both started seeing the Plaps as our star members. Beryl came out and revenge finished the Bastiodon, and Lance's last Pokemon was big ol' hard-hitting, tanky frickin' Azumarill.
That is
I
not
sent
good.
Dillydoo back out because Beryl would die immediately.
Yeah.
And started the chipping game again. If that wasn't bad
Let's go,
enough,
Dillydoo!
Azumarill set up the rain and an Aqua Ring for itself,
Oh,
which turned
God.
this fight from to this awful one-on-one lasted 10 whole minutes. I slap him, he slaps back much harder, and then heals, and then I
you
heal.
heal.
But
Yep.
eventually, Dillydoo wins the stalling battle, and
Let's
Azumarill
go,
goes down.
Dillydoo!
In an unpredictable turn of events, Dillydoo saved us
Oh,
from
they
utter
did it!
defeat. What an
No
adventure we
way!
just went on. Insane encounters, insane bullcrap, friends, death, bullying, and the Dillydoos. Thanks for going on this journey with me, Jacob. I quite literally couldn't have done it without you. And a salute to the buddies we made along the way.
Rest in peace
Except
to
you.
all the Pokemon that died, except for Frostlass. That video is absolutely insane. If you guys want to see me do a Soul Link Nuzlocke, definitely let me know in the comments, and who knows, maybe I'll do one. Anyway, if you enjoyed this amazing video, be sure to go ahead and check out Jaiden Animation. She makes some insane, amazing Pokemon videos. And don't forget to hit that like button.